Hello, welcome back to Portugal and to another Ask video, where today we're going to be talking about this lovely concrete monstrosity in the background. Our staircase, the stairs up to the front door of our house, or what is currently the front door of the house. We're probably not going to use this door very much, but we are going to keep this staircase. We're going to make a few changes to it. But we've had lots of people ask about it over the years, and so today we thought we would share some of our thoughts, some of our plans for what we're going to do with it.
So I'm going to stand over here. First thing to mention about this staircase is we can't change it. Lots of people have suggested, oh, we could convert it into an L, we could put a little deck terrace at the top. We can't do any of that. This staircase is on the plans for the house, like the footprint. We just have a...
Like a satellite view.
No, what's it called? Like a floor plan.
Well, it isn't even that.
It's not even. It's an outline of our house that has the staircase in it. And so we can't change that unless we want to go and get planning permission. And for this staircase, it's not worth it. We're stuck with the design and shape of it. But what we can do is this banister, which goes to about here, is just red brick that's been cemented over. So we can take that off and replace it. We can take off all the old cement that's on it and replace that. At the top of the stairs, there is a small porch roof that we removed when we did some guttering. So we will replace that with probably a tiled version. We are going to replace the front door. We have a replacement door that we salvaged. That will also get done. So a whole new doorway, entranceway, new banister, don't know what, re-rendered, and ideally each of the treads of the stairs will be some kind of capped or facing stone. And then the other problem we have with this staircase, if you can take a shot of the actual stairs, they differ in height.
Significantly in some cases.
This one is really deep. This one is less so. At the top, there's a really small one. We can't change it too much. I think we can come to here. I think that's what's on the plan. So we might be able to put one more step in and change the height so it's a consistent height. We also might put a tiny little step just outside the front door, because the gap from the landing to the door is like huge. It's the biggest of all the steps. So we can try. We can't really go beyond the bounds of this staircase railing. So we don't really know what's under here either. We think it's orange or red brick. The actual staircase underneath of it is all stone, but not very nice stone, so it's not pointable, we don't think.
But I guess we'll find that out when we remove the cement.
Yeah, but the long and the short of it is we will be completely stripping it back and making it much more attractive. It would be nice to do now, wouldn't it? I mean, you could take this bottom section and curve and have the steps going down that way within this same thing. Like if you took the last 4 steps and had them do a turn within the same space.
Oh, so you mean like go like a 90?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know if that would work.
We might look into that. So
as you might be able to tell, we have some ideas, but we aren't 100% on any of them. So almost certainly there will be new ideas in the future and some ideas that we currently have which get shelved. Certainly one thing that we've talked about in the past is replacing the concrete banister for a wrought iron or a metal banister, because I think that would look quite nice. And as soon as I suggested that to Kylie, she's like, "Oh, that's a great excuse to learn how to weld." And then I thought, well, maybe we can just leave this concrete one, because then it's not a whole load of other machinery and tools and skills that we need to pick up. But I do think it would look quite nice. So that's probably the direction we're going to go. At the moment, the porch that we had to dismantle slightly, it had like a fiberglass corrugated roof that was cemented into the wall, and there's like a metal bracket that it was supported on. We're probably going to change it for something wood and tile, just to kind of be in keeping with a lot of the other materials that we're using. We've seen some nice examples of that in the local area, some with pillars and some without, so we can pick from some of that inspiration. But yes, we will be doing some work here, but not yet. and we're going to try and make it look as nice as we can.
And so part of that project is also kind of the rest of the outside. This wall has been patched and all of that needs to be taken off because it's certainly not breathable. But as you can see, it hasn't been painted for a long time. It needs a new render. So we will take off of the entire house all of the cement and patchwork that has been done, re-lime it and probably do a quick skim where it needs, and then lime wash it multiple times. So the whole house needs a bit of a refresh, let's call it.
While we're here, do we want to talk about the wall that is behind you with the gate in it?
Yeah, this is another part of this beautification project.
The beautification project. I like the sound of that.
So this wall, at least the top part that you can see from the inside here, is also all red brick.
Oh yeah, you can see a bit of it here.
Here and there. So we will remove all of this, and there's some on the other side of the house as well. And it's built on a semi-stone wall, so we will remove the cement that's on that as well. And then we'll either point it or replaster it, render it in lime, and rebuild this. I'd really like to build it in stone, but finding a source of stone might be a bit difficult. But it's on the plan for if we see somewhere that we can get loads of stone, let's do that. But yeah, we'll rebuild all of this. I will probably just restore this gate because there's nothing wrong with this gate, though the hinges are cemented into the wall and the lock doesn't work, so we'll see.
So maybe a future welding project.
Maybe more welding. There's a couple of gates here that we could definitely reuse, so we might reuse that because it's part of the story. But yeah, this whole thing will also get redone. And this is why when we did this, we didn't put any plants in here because this has to be demolished. All of this has to be done. This has to be demolished. So then we'll put some plants in and then we can properly call it a garden. It's a bit of a Zen garden at the moment, as many people have commented, but it will eventually have plants in it.
So there you go. That is the disaster that is the staircase and the front garden and part of the boundary wall, and some of our ideas for how we're going to make it nice in the future. But that is definitely going to be some time away, because at the moment we are really just focused on the downstairs so that we can move in for the winter and be relatively comfortable. But next year we're toying with the idea of doing much less work on the house, much more work on the land, including landscaping and some of the outdoor structures that we need to build. And so if we can get inside and be comfortable for the winter, or just be comfortable in general, we may start mixing things up a little bit next year and spending a year doing fun projects or things that we want to do more so than things that we need to do just so that we can move in. That is something that is on the cards potentially. We'll see how we go. As you might have noticed if you've been sticking around for a while, plans always change. So no promises, but that is something that we're considering at the moment. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.